Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Okay, I hope you stay safe and stay at your home during this MCO. Always take care of your health. In this video, I'm gonna do a review about a short story. The title of the short story is Murder She Wrote and it was written by Stefania Sechi. Murder She Wrote tells a story about Helen. Helen is a wife to George. She was raised by a family with high social status. So she always did what her family wanted her to do. After 10 years of her marriage, Helen started to question herself. She thought that she never did her own decision throughout her life. She always lived like a puppet for her family. Helen started to hate his husband very much because of his ugly face, his taste in music, and his stinginess. Helen thought about many ways on how to kill her husband instead of getting divorced. One day, she got an idea of getting rid of her husband by putting a poison in his food. She knew the poison will give a heavy heart attack to George, and it is untraceable even during a post-mortem. When she determined to kill her husband, Helen then started to question herself again. Is it right to kill George just because to avoid divorce? Since that day, she wrote various reasons why she had to kill George in her journal. One day, when she was reading her journal, Janet, her best friend, came to her house. She was panicked and threw her journal under the sofa. Her best friend Janet works for Arden Books. Arden Books is one of big publishing houses in London. The next morning, she almost forgot that her journal is still under the sofa. When she was searching for her journal, her heart skipped a bit because she couldn't find the journal under the sofa. She thought that George already found her journal and her plan to kill him was destroyed. After a few days, Helen still didn't know whether her husband knew about her journal or not. Mr. Scandal from Arden Books called her husband and told him that they already read the manuscript Janet gave them and they plan to publish it as they sure that it will be a bestseller. It turns out that Janet is the one who found her murder diary. I think this short story is very interesting as it tells us about a woman who finally found her true self after living like a puppet to her family. While reading this short story, I found three issues. The first issue is we must decide for our own life. The one who lives our life is us, so we cannot just follow what others wanted us to do because the one that will confront the consequences of the decision is us. We may urge for opinion about something from other people, but never let their opinion overpower ourselves. What's the point of living if you're just a puppet to everyone? We only live once, so we must do what we wanted to do so that we regret nothing. The second issue of this short story is Helen just wanted to kill her husband instead of getting divorced. Everyone knows killing people is a terrible crime. Helen should just confront everything by getting divorced rather than killing her husband. Her life will be destroyed because of her hatred. Instead of an easy way by getting rid of her husband, Helen should think more logically on what is right and what is wrong. She can ask for Janet's opinion on how to solve her problem. She can also seek help from psychiatrists and marriage counselors. The third issue from this short story is we should care for our future. Helen did study to get academic degree because of her family's social status, so she never prepared herself by getting a job with her degree. That means she never thought of the possibilities that she had to work in the future if anything happened to her family. We can say that Helen was born with a silver spoon and she didn't think much about herself and the worst case scenario that could happen. I did experience the first issue of this short story. I experienced this issue when I was contemplating on what course should I apply for when studying for a degree at university. I am the one who study the course, take the exam and getting job from it. So I must be the one who decide to do what I want to do with my life. There are so many fields which I was interested in. I was very confused on what course should I take. Then I asked my mother and my family for their opinion. I was very happy because they said that they would support me for what I wanted to do. They did give me their opinion as they knew that I'm a science student. Many of them said that I should just continue in science. After a few days, I was able to clear my mind and decide what I wanted to do, and the results are also favorable to me. I was very thankful to my family as they are very supportive and does not control me. I thought that Helen and I are very different. I was lucky being raised by parents that does not control me and tell me what to do. I feel pity to Helen because she had to put up with everything her family wanted her to do. She must be very miserable to not be able to live her life to the fullest. I have read a novel. The title of the novel is Anthem. Anthem tells the story about a girl, Trish, being a grown-up woman by facing problems in her life. Trish is an immature girl who did whatever she wanted to do. She doesn't even care about people talking bad about her. She lives her life by her own principle and stands strong to it. Anyone doesn't affect her at all. But in the process of growing up, she learned how to solve her own problem and making decisions for her own sake and her life. At the end, Trish became a grown-up woman and a matured woman. I want to read the continuation because I wanted to know what Helen did after knowing that her murder diary will be published as a book. I wanted to know either she still chose to kill her husband or she became a matured woman and divorced her husband. I really hope that Helen will become her true self and be able to live her life to the fullest. I will recommend this short story to my best friend Ain because she loves to read novels about life. I expect she will say that this story will be much more interesting if the author continued to write on what happens after Helen's murder diary being published. That's all from me in this video. Have a nice day. Thank you.